Hello, 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 and welcome to Gossip Gala, where the gossip is always sweet and the tea is always hot. It's your favorite host, Oni Luana, and obviously, I'm not here today. I'm never here alone. You know,
Never leave you, don't
you would
worry.
never leave
I
me,
will
right?
never leave
You're
you.
available, right?
Always available.
Okay.
Hey, investors, you know what it is. It's time to gossip. My name is God's Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Plenty Plenty. And yes, if you're just tuning in, it is time to gossip. Hey, Bestie, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Bold and beautiful. Always. Always.
I have a quick question for
Tell
you, God's
me.
Beauty. What
God, I
time is
beg, I'm
it?
scared.
No. What time is it?
It's time to gossip. What other time is it?
Can you say it louder for
It's
the people at
time
the back
to
to
gossip.
hear?
It is time to gossip.
Being that said, how was your night? How was everything?
How was my night?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my night today. Where you there? But I mean, I slept well. That's it.
No, expand. I want to know how, like after we finished from the
Lord.
last show, like what did you go home to do? Like,
Oh,
how was your
okay.
day? What did you accomplish? What did you not accomplish?
What did I accomplish? What did I
Did
not
not
accomplish?
accomplish.
Oh, that's a deep one. But I mean, yesterday went well. So I had a very beautiful meeting with certain persons that in turn, opening like a podcast and all. So it was a beautiful one. We had conversations about entrepreneurship and everything, growth basically. So that's one part. Then oh, I think I had like a script. I'm currently working on a script, a movie script, and I intend pitching to some directors. That's a personal, whatever. Then I think that's it basically. So for me, I mean, just like I had a conversation with Oluchi during the breakfasting. This month has actually been more on self growth, self reflection, what to do better, what to work on, it just basically on me. So yesterday was just part of that journey where I am working on myself, working on my career and all of that. How about you, Tommy?
Okay, cause good. I was waiting for you to actually ask me.
I'm gonna ask you
the how
now.
about me question. Um, Yesterday was a lot actually, cause I got back home from work, and then I did go to the gym like I said I would, guys. So that's that.
Okay.
And obviously, we all know I always have to end my day and my night with a banger. So, of
Tell me.
course, indeed, I was at Obi's house.
If you don't go out, wait till you gain.
Nothing. So I was at Obi's house and then I went chandelier. And then, yeah, I got back home at 5 a.m. But guess what? I'm up and active to gossip right now. And
I love
that's
it.
all that matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So speaking about gossip, we know that there's always something happening on, what do we call it?
X, Street X.
Street X. So
Let's go there.
how about
babe.
we just dive right into what's happening on Street X? So the first tweet I have for you guys reads, why I yawned in the club last night and my homework looked at me and said, "Don't piss me off." LMAO. Do you get it?
Of course.
I don't know. I just find this very funny because like there are times when like you literally like procrastinate like your work or something important you have to do just to be out somewhere, and then you end up going to this place and like you're just bored out of your mind. It's like, well, this is not what I expected. Or this is
Yeah.
not what I was looking forward to. And now I could have been home doing my homework or doing that work I needed to do, and instead I'm at the club yawning and being tired.
But I feel like that happens a lot. First
It
off,
does
I
happen
try as much
often.
as possible not to procrastinate. If I have something to do, I'm doing it ASAP. Do you get? So that, and I try also, when I'm going out, I ensure that I'm going with the right people. Because, when you have the motivation to always go out, that's the problem. Because you end up going out with people that really do not matter. And when you get there, like,
Yo.
I would have been home and I would
Do you
have been doing
understand?
something,
Something
So, yeah,
productive. Low key. I mean,
it happens to you.
It
A
happens
lot.
to me even last night, guy.
Oh, wow.
As I entered the Obi's house, I was just like, "Oh, chim, what
would have
am
just
I
stayed
really
in
doing
my
here?"
house.
I could have been sleeping, knowing that I had
can
work early in the
imagine.
morning. But
It
well,
is what it is.
it is what it is. Anyways, moving on to next up on Street X. Cully says, I kind of enjoy outgrowing things, places, and sometimes even people. The shift can feel uncomfortable at first, but I value growth over stagnation. Preach, preach, preach. Word, 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 word. I actually agree with this person. I actually do really, enjoy outgrowing things,
Mm.
whether it be like people, bad habits, just things in general, like it's obviously nice to, shed some, bad behavior and, step into like a new light and like just step into like an older version or like a more grown version of yourself. So yeah, it's always nice to, grow and, leave the things that don't serve you anymore in the past.
the
God's
fact that
beauty.
the fact that the person I even had to think about it, like, oh, I kind of enjoy it. In my head, I don't even, I don't I mean, you as a human being, growth is inevitable. It's something that you have to always, that would always
Yeah,
happen.
you
Do you
have
get
to
what I'm saying?
outgo.
Exactly. So honestly speaking, whether it's shit, whether to the person is enjoyment or not, me, I really don't even, I mean, I don't fancy it. Once it's time to grow, I mean, it just happens.
No, I
And
get
I
what.
know, I get what the person is
Yeah.
saying. What me I'm saying is, I really don't even take record. Mine is, for me, it's more on growth. So if you have to go for me to grow, baby, you have to go.
I
Do you
enjoy it,
understand?
I
So
enjoy it because
literally,
sometimes, like, when you outgrow things and then you look back into the past, and you're like, oh, wow, like,
I've
I
grown
really
so
did
much.
that. Like,
Yeah.
I've really gone this far. So to me, it's always something that's exciting, to see and to watch yourself do. So, yes, guys, let's outgrow things that no longer serve us anymore. Amen to that.
Amen.
And last off on Street X, we have Fifi says, honestly, sometimes it's not even a partner you need. Sometimes all you need is a job, some new outfits, a brand new phone. Sometimes all you need is being able to afford what you desire. And I really do agree with this person. I
100%.
really do agree. You know when they say money doesn't make you happy or
Money,
whatever,
money cannot buy happiness.
but it can buy a
Tell me.
lot of things I need though. But it can buy a lot of things I need though, and it can still put a smile on my face though. So I mean, yeah, sometimes, see, for example, whenever I do tend to feel sad or I start to get lonely, like when I was younger, do you know what my mom's resolve would be?
Tell me.
She would give me the credit card, I would go shopping, and all of a sudden everything in my life just seemed okay at that
Oh,
point.
wow.
Yeah, so sometimes all you need is like
That's a
some
really weird
retail
to me, though.
therapy, like literally some retail therapy, some money, just yeah, not a
I-
partner.
Yeah. I kind of agree because I mean, first off, I like to believe that your happiness or your joy should not be derived from things, right? Like from
No,
people. It should be from yourself.
your heart,
You should be
yeah.
able to give yourself that happiness, that joy, and all of that. And it's just like what we were talking about yesterday. If doing certain things is what will make you happy,
Happy,
then
do
fine.
them.
But
Like
having to be in a relationship and you say that that's where you derive your happiness or joy from, that's
that
totally
doesn't
wrong.
make sense.
Yeah.
See, I feel like happiness on its own just comes from like fulfilling your heart desires,
Yeah.
and that could be anything at any given point. And if that your heart desire is to buy new clothes or to travel somewhere,
Buy it
do it because guess what? YOLO, you only live once.
once.
And that being said, we're going to wrap it up for Street X and go into a quick break. And then when we come back, actually, no, before we go into the break,
Okay.
yeah, I have something for you guys today. It is actually National Quiet Day.
National Quiet Day.
Yes, it's National
I
Quiet
love
Day.
it because I feel like most people are always, everybody's always making noise.
Everyone's always making noise.
Yeah.
So Quiet Day is observed every year on February 25th. As the name suggests, Quiet Day is about taking a pause and appreciating the sound of silence. Noise is everywhere, be it on the train, in a busy office, in the classroom, or even at home. Modern life is noisy. It seems like there is simply no way out of it. Being in the constant presence of noise can be overwhelming, and it's important to take a break every once in a while. And with that being said, I feel like we should all observe a moment of silence now while we go on this short breaker to come back for the tea. Let's get it.
Hey guys, it's your
And we are back
like we never left.
because we never actually left.
Left.
So, okay, guys, I know y'all's body has been itching, for the tea. So, let me just get right into the tea today because the tea is kind of hot. Okay, so the first story reads Rugged man has shared his firm stance on domestic violence, emphasizing that he would rather walk away from a relationship than resort to physical violence. Rugged man stressed that he refuses to date anyone who could push him to the edge and potentially provoke him into getting physical. Recounting a personal experience, Rugged Man revealed that he once broke up with his girlfriend after she physically pushed him during a disagreement in public. Wow. So just to go into, further details, he also went on to say that I say that because for me to want to date someone, it means I've told them everything that triggers me. So for you to now push that thing, it means you're poking me and I would rather walk away than hit a person. So, in terms of this story, I feel like he is absolutely right.
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously, like, before you get into a relationship with someone, you guys would have, shared a whole bunch of things, right? Your likes, your dislikes, what triggers you, what doesn't trigger you or whatever. So if it gets to a point where your partner is constantly provoking you and provoking you to the point of where like, okay, you feel like you're gonna, or you want to hit this person, you're gonna get physical with this person, it's best to just walk away because that is the beginning of a failed relationship.
Yeah.
And I kid you not. And I'm actually so, glad to see that, there's still some men out here that have morals and value and also self-respect. So I'm glad that he actually, understands what it is to be a man and like, the right thing to do in situations like that. And obviously, once again, to obviously not even insert yourself into a situation where you know that you're going to be provoked into doing something that is out of character. So what do you think, God's Beauty?
Absolutely, absolutely right. Because it does not even make any sense to me that you are in a relationship where one person keeps triggering you and wanting to bring out the best in you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Any relationship that, takes you to that level, I don't see a reason why you're still
Yeah.
there. It's just important that everybody goes their separate ways. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So the fact that he came to that conclusion that, but this relationship why I did, if we continue, if he slap this woman, it's better we just,
Do you understand?
settle it.
He's protecting his peace and also,
Sanity.
protecting her from whatever may come upon. But I feel like what he said is very, very, very much valid. And,
Yeah.
I feel like most men out there should also somewhat have this kind of mentality because because like he also mentioned, like, when you get into a relationship, like we see the red flags at the beginning, like we see, what the person is capable of, but we just tend to, ignore it and avoid it. And then somewhere down the relationship, we start to see like there are problems and like this person is getting abusive towards their partners. And it's just like, why did you let it get to that point when you
Yeah.
actually could foresee it's number one? And number two, why are you with someone who could even provoke you to that point of being angry? So with that being said, I don't know, you men out there should take notes, man. I mean, like, if you're dating someone and this person shows tendencies of provoking you and you cannot handle their provocation, just walk away because it's not going to
Simple.
lead to anything good.
Yeah.
And this is also vice versa. Like same goes like for
For
women.
women, yeah.
Women enter relationships
Relationship.
often without what's called often without really like understanding their partner, or like they're just there because like they're happy like with their benefits. Meanwhile, whole time there was someone who's being abusive towards them and like they wouldn't leave. It's like you guys need to have more respect, self-respect and more value for yourselves.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
it's important that, for every individual going into, a relationship or something, you have to be very careful. But
Yeah.
that butterflies in my tummy, you don't allow these people reason. Do you get? And I'm saying this people as if I'm not
The
included.
butterflies
But, like,
go eventually. I mean,
Exactly.
sometimes you guys
And-
need to
and-
think with your
with your
coconuts.
honestly, I like the fact that you said coconut, but it's actually very important because when you see two persons, starting that relationship, they just forget that, okay, what are the signs? What are those things? So the red flags. Because the truth is, everybody actually has red flags. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's just that we are able to cope with some, and why some we can't cope with. Do you get?
100.
So that beginning time where you guys are starting the relationship, it's important that you check through these things. Okay, look, this person's red flag. Can I, continue with this relationship? Is this something I can be able to take? Do you understand?
Is this something that will end up, provoking me into acting out of character? And if it is, just
walk away, please.
Day your day and walk away, because
no time is too late, actually, because there are times where you would see people enter into a relationship and they tell you, oh, because of the years that we'll spend, baby, if it's not working, it's not working. You guys should just settle it.
You're not compatible. Simply because now you don't want a situation where down the line it will now be a thing of, okay, like something now happens, you get physical with your partner, and then it's now you they're calling a monster because that's what they're going to see.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the one who
you don't
abused
have
your partner. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, obviously, have these conversations. Be very open about, things before you get into a relationship. Like, communicate. Like, let your partner know what triggers you, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you bored. Like, just communicate, it's very important. And if you're not compatible with someone, please stop lying to yourself. Let them go. There are plenty fishes in the sea. Period. And I will say it again. There are plenty fishes in the sea. Period. So anyways, moving on from Rugged Man, the next story here is, this story actually killed me. This story actually offs me.
This one that killed you.
Because it's starting to seem like some people
are not using their brains?
They're not using their brains. They're just losing it.
Who is that one
by the minute.
Tell me.
I don't want to mention any names, but the story itself will mention names.
Tell us the story.
Let me just proceed. So, fan pays $35K for a meet and greet with Yhemolee and Thayour. Okay, now.
Why are you doing this?
Okay, now, wait, now, let me just land. So, according to fans, some say it was totally worth it, stating that they won free gifts and even sponsorships to learn a skill, while others are saying that people who attend are not loved at home. Would you pay for a meet and greet with your favorite celebrity? God's beauty.
That's a lot. So first off, I cannot tell anybody how to use their money. Let's put that out there.
Okay.
If you decide to use your 35,000 naira to see your favorite celebrity, please, go ahead. Who am I to tell you what to use your money to do and all? So that's one part that people are not getting. Then secondly, Yhemolee and his wife doing a meet and greet, and they felt like it was important to have a price tag. Probably they wanted that so that there'll be regulations. Anybody that cannot afford 35 should stay in their father's house. Do you understand? That can be a bit of, regulation. In as much as we want people, our fans, to see us, we don't want anyhow person to just come to this place. Do you get? So probably that's why that amount is there. And I hear people say that, oh, it does not make any sense. Like I said, you don't tell people, what to use their money to do. If they say they want to use it to get whatever, allow them to. You're not the one making the money for them. Do you understand? So, there were not like speculations that, oh, people that went there, they were given, free allowance to be able to learn a skill. I think I heard about photography, about 10 persons or so. Again, in as much as they went there and they got these things in return, good for them. I cannot start telling, hey, you, a grown-up person, how to now use their money. Come on, it does not make any sense. So I know you are against it. That's what I'm telling you.
No, I'm not necessarily against it. Like,
but you said they don't have sense.
No,
they're not using their brains.
I said they don't have sense because to me, like, the whole thing is funny because, someone who actually, someone that actually wants to, come out and do something like for their fans out of their own well-being will actually not see, I've never seen it anywhere, nowhere where a celebrity is charging for a meet and greet. Meet and greets are usually free, and even talking about the whole for regulations thing, most of the times you see how before they do a meet and greet, they'll put on a website you RSVP, so it's a certain number of people and whatnot. So it's literally just always based on RSVP, not that you're paying, to go and meet and greet someone. And this just comes down to my thing of, why do Nigerians always have to, monetize everything? I know that Yhemolee and them ones, I know they gave out, things, they offered people things the whole meet and greet. But my thing was that, why did you have to monetize? Why does everything have to be monetized in Nigeria? It just doesn't make sense because see, the typical culture of, a meet and greet, it's never it's never, a paid thing. Like, you don't pay to go and meet and greet someone. They do this out of, like, their own love for their fans, and also just, like, wanting to do something good for their fans. So, obviously, just seeing that here in Nigeria, Yhemolee and Thayour had decided to charge 35K just to meet and greet their fans. It's a bit like, well, yeah.
First off, I also think that in Nigeria here, there's a mindset of whatever that you consider is worth, right? You'd want to use your money to pay for it. So there's that belief system that if this thing is very important to you, you go and get them by all means. So probably that is what is just inculcated into this whole party thing. They believe that if you really want to see us, if you really want to meet us, you'll be able to pay this.
I think it's a scam. Even Burna Boy.
A scam.
Yeah, I think it's a scam. I'm so sorry. Even Burna Boy, you don't see these things happening, and it's not always. Let me not even insult somebody's 9 months. But it's not like, you see, it's not like the irrelevant, like somewhat irrelevant people that you see just doing all the things that are outrageous. See, for example, like, see, international celebrities do meet and greets, right? And it's usually free with like autographs, getting to meet them up close, getting to whatever. But here in Nigeria, I feel like you charging 35K is very unnecessary. And it's like, must you? Okay, so see, you want to give something to your fans. So must you also get something? You're the bigger person out here, right? Wanting to meet and greet people and like get to know your fans. That should be something you do out of like your own willingness and joy. Not that you're here charging people to come and meet and greet you. Like, to me, it's a scam because they could have done this whole meet and greet without charging people.
But they wanted to.
That's why it's a scam.
So who am I to tell Yhemolee?
And that's why I'm telling you that they wanted to make money. They're looking for any. They
wanted to make money.
Yes. Because why else would they charge people?
I wish you know the total.
Why else would you do an event and charge people if your goal is not to make money? Think about it. If your goal was not to make money, it would be a non-profit, whatever. Yeah. But no, they charged money for those people to meet them, which means they were looking for money. They wanted to make money.
But is it also a bad thing? Another thing.
It's a bad thing because the culture of meet and greet does not require. It doesn't require you having to pay. The whole point of a meet and greet is for people who actually cannot afford to go and see, their favorite celebrities like in concert or things like that. Yeah. So you go, your RSVP, you go for free, you get to meet them, you get to know them, and that's it. Like, you don't pay for things like this. And to me, I feel like it's just Nigeria once again. Nigeria.
Oh wow! I mean, I feel I don't see anything wrong in all of this.
You don't see anything wrong because you're probably one of those people who idolize celebrities. You're probably one of them.
Me?
Yes, you.
Hey, Godfather, yes, Lord. You. Amen.
Yes, you.
I'm so sorry.
No, honestly, but okay. So would you bring out 35K now? Would you pay 35K to meet and greet? Should I say Yhemolee or your friend? To meet and greet Yhemolee, would you pay 35K?
No, I won't.
Would you pay 35K to meet and greet Burna Boy?
No, I won't.
Okay. To meet and greet Wizkid?
No, I won't.
To meet and greet Drake? just 35K.
No, I won't.
To meet and greet Kendrick?
Only wait.
No, I'm asking. Just answer me first.
Regardless of who you call, I will say no.
You say
the answer is no.
Exactly, because it is outrageous. And I know you want to argue that like there are people out there who don't mind doing that or whatever.
Exactly.
But that is extorting your fans because it's extortion. Yes, because the whole culture or the main point of a meet and greet is for you to do something out of your heart for your fans. Out of your goodwill for your fans and not bill your fans. You already have money. I mean, you're a big public figure. What are you billing these people for?
But you actually said this person is irrelevant. Only now.
Yes, just because you're irrelevant doesn't mean you don't have money. It doesn't mean you don't have money just because you're irrelevant.
See.
There's
People will do what they want to do. And you don't have any right. I repeat, you don't have any right to tell them what to do.
Did I say I have a right?
Wait.
I'm giving my opinion.
Exactly.
They're being extorted. And I feel like it's foolishness.
Oh, wow.
As simple as that.
Can we move on?
I gave my opinion. It's foolishness.
All right.
And those people, if only they knew that they were being extorted. This is why I say people actually idolize, celebrities, because to me it is silly.
Do you have a favorite celebrity?
Huh?
Who is your favorite celebrity? Do you have a favorite?
I do have a favorite indeed.
And you won't pay to see such a
You're
person.
looking at her. I see her every day.
Oh my
I see her
god.
every day,
So
every
you're thinking
minute.
about yourself.
Duh.
Can we move on?
Who else could they be?
Only will kill me here, you guys.
Okay, let's move into the next story real quick. So next up, Ghanaian gospel musician Sonny Badu has advised men to be cautious in how they associate with women. He emphasized that most women have the courage to slowly kill their partners without being remorseful. God's beauty, what do you think about this?
Wait. Why are you trying it to me first? But I mean, first off, I get his point, and I don't even think it's a human thing. I think it's a no, it's a human being thing, right? You don't do certain things and you think that you would get you. I mean, you just go and. I mean, just let me put it like this: you can't take certain people for granted, and you think you just go scot free. I mean, that's why there's karma. Do you get what I'm saying? But I understand he's being more specific with women that, oh, you know, women has a certain power and intelligence and all of that, and you should be very, you know, cautious of the kind of things that you actually do to them.
Yeah.
Which is actually fact, honestly.
So let me just go further deep into the story.
Tell me.
So he pretty much advised men to be cautious in how they associate with women. In a video that was shared, you know, on February 25th, he indicated that before a man would prosper, he has to consider fearing women. He emphasized that most women have the courage to slowly kill their partners without being remorseful. The first rule to prosperity in life is to fear women, he says. A woman would poison you and still be smiling with you. Women are far smarter than men, and after you have cheated on her, she would notice it because they are like detectives. You look at what she said to you that no woman has ever said to you, and it is to walk away from that house and never return, he said. He also added that both genders can be evil sometimes. However, women are more dangerous than men. It goes both ways, and not only women, but men are physical, but women to react with words. Sometimes a woman's words can cut a man's throat. A woman can look at her husband and say, "You are good for nothing," and it's been 20 years and he still hasn't forgiven her for saying that, he added. So, pretty much, what this guy is saying is, fear women. You know how they say, after God? You know, my own saying is after God, fear men. But his own is after God,
Fear women.
fear women.
That's why I said it's both genders, actually.
No, I do agree with him. But do you know, like, the funny thing about this whole thing? I mean, despite the fact that it is both genders and people truly out there are crazy, but what I want to actually emphasize on is that, you know, no woman, okay, I mean, let me just say majority of women would not just, you know, all of a sudden, you know, start being evil to you or start being wicked to you if you've not done something to her. And even like he even said now, like, you would have cheated on her at first and then like, okay, like, she starts being wicked to you. So it goes both ways. I mean, don't provoke me and you're safe. Yes, women are dangerous because women are smart. I mean, like, we are actually critical thinkers. We are smart, and we literally analyze every single thing down to the T.
Yeah.
So if a woman is plotting against you, I am so sorry, okay, is done for. But for that woman to be plotting against you, you must have done something.
Period.
I mean, 10 out of 10, no, sorry, I'm saying 9 out of 10 times, like, you'd have had to, like, provoke this woman into bringing out this character from her, or, you know, into making her, you know, do something so evil to you. She wouldn't just get up one day and be like, okay, yes, I'm going to. No, it doesn't work that way. Although there are some women out there that are like that, so because them not born them well. But apart from those women, you know, regularly, for you to see someone, you know, do something wicked to you, or act in a certain way, you must have done something bad to them. And I feel like this also boils down to, like, you know, men actually taking accountability for their actions and, you know, like, actually, like, working to fix it. And this also goes back to that whole thing about the first story we talked about rugged man or whatever. It's like, why? So it goes down to me saying, like, okay, so I feel like you shouldn't just provoke people to that point.
Yeah.
You know, to the point of where, like, then again, you have to be like, terrified of someone, or you're worried about what someone's going to do to you
Yeah.
after you've literally provoked them to that point. So
I mean, just follow the golden rule. Do unto others what you want them to do to
Don't
you.
you?
It's simple.
Simple
Do you
and
understand?
short.
So this whole, I mean, I get the whole point about women, and probably because he's a man, so
No,
he's
that's
always
what
going
I'm
to
saying.
emphasize
To
on that.
women is after
Yeah.
God fear men. To men is after God fear women. It
So,
goes
I
both
mean, it
ways.
goes both ways,
Omo,
actually.
fear ourselves because, to be very honest, I mean, like, the heart of, the nature of a human heart is honestly, is wicked, is evil. So at this point, fear everybody. Just protect yourself and protect your peace, and avoid what will trigger you and provoke you into acting out a character. And with that being said, I need some water. Let's go on a quick break, and then when we get right back, we're gonna get into some more tea. So stick with me and get.
Hi guys, my name is Debbie Felix and shout out to Gossip Gala because the tea happens here.
Okay, so did everyone just see those amazing 15 facts about Rihanna? Did you, God's Beauty?
Of course I did.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
Do you love Rihanna?
Who doesn't love Rihanna?
Let's ask them. Do you guys love Rihanna?
If you don't, hey God, okay, let's put it on the like. If you don't like her, there's something wrong with you.
There's definitely
There's
something.
definitely
Something is wrong with you.
Simple.
And that being said, I have some good news actually.
I like to
So
hear it.
yeah. So this story reads Rihanna is feeling really optimistic about her new album debut R9 after a 9-year pace since her last release, Auntie. She felt like she finally cracked it. This period away from the music scene has been marked by various business ventures in fashion and beauty. She also has her hands full with her two little kids, RZ and Riot, but fans never lost hope for her musical comeback. The singer emphasized how this project marks a significant evolution in her artistry and is not bound by any specific genre. Word, 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 word. This is what I love to hear because you know how after Rihanna dropped her last album, Auntie, there was a long
2016.
there was a long wait, a long anticipation. People just kept waiting, and then we saw Rihanna get into like the whole fashion and beauty industry, and people are asking Rihanna like, where is the music? Like,
Yeah.
where's the music? And then she gets pregnant, and then she gets pregnant again, and people are still like, well, is Rihanna gonna, drop an album? She's gonna put more music out. And I think we have finally come to the day that the Lord has made because I mean, we've gotten news of Rihanna about to debut her new album
Yeah.
called R9.
R9.
And the thing I love about it is that like she spoke about how like, it's not tied to, any specific genre. And it's now a thing like we're like in the creative industry, like, a bunch of artists are like exploring now different genres and like just like dibble dabbling in different, spaces. And I feel like Rihanna, like she says, it's now the right time for her to come up because now she could just do her thing as she wants to and she doesn't have to be classified under like, one genre. So I'm really I'm more than excited to see what Rihanna has for us in store. Girls Beauty, what do you think about this?
I mean, I think I should start from the fact that I saw it coming. I mean,
we all saw it coming.
If you remember earlier this year, we talked
Yeah.
about the fact that she was in this animated movie, I think Smurfette or so.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so that's one part. So what are we doing next? I mean, honestly speaking, I've seen Rihanna evolve, her music, the fashion, her being an actress. It's just so beautiful. And now that she's coming with the whole R9 album, I'm like, okay, let's get it on. I mean, for 9 years now, we've not heard anything about her since, the last album in 2016. And now that she's bringing this one on, honestly, I can't wait. Do you know I went to Spotify to go and check if it's already there? And it's not there yet. I'm like,
how would it be
drop
there?
it.
How would it be there?
I mean,
and one thing that also excites me about her album, is the album name. I think the album name
R9.
is very unique.
Me
Her
too,
sons,
yeah.
her sons Riot and what's her other son's name?
RZ,
RZ, right?
yeah.
And we know that she took a whole 9
9
years
years.
from the music break. So she's combined the R and gave it R9. So I'm actually wondering what's going to be in this R9 album.
Can't
I
wait.
know it's going to be a thing where we're going to see Rihanna like in different lights, like in
Of
different
course.
genre.
Yeah.
We're going to hear, her voice and her vocals in different genres. And I'm just really excited to see what she has to bring to the table.
She
But
hasn't given us
one
a
thing
tea
I
about
pray-
if she has probably maybe she's featuring 1 or 2 persons.
You
We
know,
don't know about
Rihanna
that
is quiet
yet.
about everything. When she drops, she
Yeah,
drops.
yeah.
But one thing I really do want to hear out of this new album, I want to hear Rihanna rap. What do you think? I want to hear her rap. I want to hear her rap.
How did we
I know
switch
she's
to that?
I know she's an R&B. I know she's an R&B singer, right?
Yeah.
But like Rihanna is very versatile,
Yeah,
and
of
like she
course,
said,
yeah.
like she felt like the reason why like she had not dropped an album prior is because like she didn't feel like it was a good time
Resonating to
or
her,
like it was
yeah.
resonating to her based on the fact that like okay, she was always wondering like what would I classify this album under because
Yeah.
it's going to be a versatile album. So obviously I feel like the album being versatile, we should hear some bars, like some rapping. I think that's something I'll be looking forward to. I really hope she does.
I don't know about the rapping, but
I
I know
hope
for
she
sure that
does.
she'll definitely be giving us another banger. And I honestly
I
can't
hope
wait
she
to
does.
hear.
But you know what? So leading on to the next story, someone else has also, gotten a win after, a very long time of, being, what I say, being internet bullied, being, Shah just being under the limelight.
Who is that?
Drake.
Drake. Why are you doing this now? I think we
Drake.
talked about Drake
You know-
of recent that
Yeah.
he got.
Yeah, like Drake has been going, back and forth with this whole Kendrick Lamar
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and Kendrick has literally been eating him up, eating his guts up.
And that's why
But,
he came back
I
with this
mean-
one.
But I mean,
If you
today
check
it
the
seems
album,
like it seems like we have a win for Drake today. Some good news for Drake. So this story reads: Drake and Party Next Door have triumphed on Billboard 200 after repeated losses in his beef with Kendrick Lamar. So Drake finally scored a win against his rap rival with his latest studio release. Drake's latest victory marks a significant milestone, tying him with Jay-Z and Taylor Swift for the most number ones among soloists in the Billboard 200, nearly 69 years of history. Only the Beatles with 19 number ones have surpassed this record. Wow. So obviously, as you can see, Drake has a win today. So I feel like, we should clap for Drake today because it's been a tough year for him, It's been a tough
though-
one,
go on.
having to compete with Kendrick, having the whole world singing a song that literally, throws dirt on
They
your
not
name.
like us. They not like us. They not like us. But I wanted to say something, right?
Yeah.
In as much as he's gotten this, this popularity and the fact that his song has, topped this chart, I actually feel like one of the reasons why it's
It's
actually
Kendrick.
topping the chart.
It's Kendrick.
Exactly.
I was about to
Because
say.
you know what?
That
You know
was
why?
going
You
to
know
be
why?
my next point.
Honestly, because after Kendrick dropped the Not Like Us and all of that in 2024, there was this
He gave Drake,
exactly,
yeah, no,
straight on.
he gave
So
Drake motion.
Exactly. So the fact that Drake came out with this Not Sexy Like Us, what's the name of the album, with 21 tracks, I'm like, okay, wait, what's going on? If you listen to this, I think Spider-Man, Superman, if you listen to that particular track, he went all out for Kendrick. Like, he's like, this nigga, I am coming for you straight on. You need to go and listen to that. I listened to it today. I'm like, okay,
I do
Drake
need to
calm
listen
down?
to it. I do listen. But you know what? Every win is a win, no matter how small it is, no matter how it comes. Because I mean, Drake, like, it's obvious to the public that, like, you got this motion and this support and this vim from the limelight that Kendrick has actually put on you. But then again, it doesn't mean we're not going to celebrate you today. We are going to celebrate you. We are going to celebrate you. And also, we're going to celebrate Party Next Door because, I mean,
Yeah.
if not for Party Next Door, Drake, I don't think that song would be...
Why is Oni like this? First of all, I feel like you're underestimating Draco.
No, I love... Hey, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I'm a Drake
Fan. Tell me what you said.
I love Drake. Okay.
Okay.
I love Drake. Okay.
Okay.
I used to be like... I can
You
sing
used
any...
to be.
No, I'm a Drake fan, actually. I can sing any Drake song for you. Don't mind me.
All right,
Don't
let's
play.
go with God's plan.
God's plan. God's plan. How does it even start?
Can you imagine?
No. They're wishing on me.
What is that? I was even thinking
Don't
you
pull
go
up
to
a
the
6
main
a.m.
part
to
that
call.
everybody likes.
How does it even start? If you start for me, I'll sing it for you.
Nice. So I should
No,
be the one to not give you the
just
expo.
give me the first.
No, I'm not giving
The
you
first
that.
word.
I was even thinking that you go straight to the main part that everybody likes. She said, "Do you love me?" I tell her only party.
I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry.
That's it.
50 doves. I even got it tatted on me.
81.
And bring the crushes to the party. And you
know
know me.
Hey.
Turn the 02 into the 03.
Come on.
Yeah, see, I told you. I was just
Oh,
playing.
yeah, don't you?
But anyways, big congrats, Drake. I mean, one step for you, a bigger step for Kendrick
Text it.
still.
This girl.
But it's a win. A win
Yeah,
is a
it's
win.
a
So we
win,
have
it's
to
a
give
win.
that to you, Drake.
To win.
I still, never mind. Anyways, so next up, last story actually.
Okay.
So Black Rasta has urged Ghanaian musicians to invest in their careers if they want to be recognized as an international artist. Our artists are afraid to invest in their craft. They would rather buy Rolls Royce and expect that people would come to your show and watch them. Kill and brand yourself because kill and brand yourself because branding isn't about buying Rolls Royce and houses. And you know something, I'll say to this, I absolutely agree. And not just like in respect to artists or people. I feel like this should be like an in general thing.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone needs to, work on their craft and invest in themselves and invest in their crafts. Because there's something my mom actually told me and something that I find very useful.
Tell
and
me.
whatever. So when my mom was growing up, however, her main focus was obviously her craft, her kids, and her priorities. Her mates at those times, they will travel, they will buy Gucci bags, they will buy Louis bags, they will buy Hermes bags. Not that my mom couldn't do it, or not that she didn't want to. She was
had
more so
priorities.
thinking of, the future, what she has to do and what she needs to do. And obviously, she took that time, because there's a time for everything, right?
Yeah.
She took that time to work hard, to save, and to whatever. And now she's able to literally
Buy anything.
do anything. But if she started doing those things back then, when her mates were doing them, she would not be able to, because now she spoke about how her mates are not even able to, afford the same things, or how her mates are looking up to men or, other people, to give them or to help them afford these things. Meanwhile, she was doing what she was supposed to do at the right time. And now that, she's, of the right age, she's able to do whatever she wants, travels wherever she wants. She can walk into a Hermes stores, buy 20 bags, however she wants. And, that's just the way it should be. I feel like people, and another thing she told me, And this is like obviously like concerning, like, let me say like the Gen Zs or whatever. I feel like we're living, our parents' lives and not our lives, and we're living like above our means and not within our means, because like, the things we do it based on like like our parents are doing this, or our parents have so and so. But what your parents have is not for you, okay? It's not what you have, because eventually down the line, you're gonna need to be able to fend for yourself, and you're gonna need to be able to do things for yourself. And it's like, how do you do these things when you were never really even focused on investing in yourself in the first place, or when you were never, when you never like really prioritize, working on yourself and investing in your craft? For example, now, okay, you become an artist, you go and buy Rolls Royce today, tomorrow you're broke. What next? What does that car even serve you? Nothing. 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 The same.
Say, tell me what is all of that.
I was gonna say something, but even I won't even agree. But to be very honest, the purpose of Suzuki would serve you.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Instead of purchasing a Suzuki, go and get a Camry or a Corolla.
Okay. Anyways, like, the purpose a Camry will serve you
Better.
is the same purpose, that Rolls Royce or that Lambo will serve you. If you are at the place where, like, you're not able to, afford that, like you're not able to like buy that car while still being able to, like, invest in yourself and grow your craft. Stop it. Focus on your craft first. There will come a time when you'll be able to, like, afford the things you want without having to worry, or without having to, like, live above your means or run yourself dry. What do you think, God's beauty?
I think you've actually said it all. Like you rightly mentioned, it's not even a Ghanaian thing.
No.
Even here in Nigeria, I mean, there's so many stories, so many experiences. Given from last year, there are a lot of actors from Nollywood that actually died due to the fact that they were not able to afford certain medical treatment and all of that. And at the end of the day, you hear them say, "Oh, the money that they made or generated was probably used to get, like you said, all of those cars, get land and all." Instead of you to be investing, land is investment, but that's a story for another day, because the way the Nigerian government is actually taking that, it's to another level. But I mean, it's important that you actually invest. And I remember I always say this video that I watched from Alibaba where he made mention of something like this. Do you get? And he was saying, he was talking about one particular musician or so, and how this person would get money, and instead of him to use it for the right purpose, you are literally wasting it. See, it's important. I get it though, that of course you have to live a certain kind of lifestyle. I mean, you're big, you're that, you're supposed to get certain kind of cars, but after you've invested, after you have another source of income, when you're able to make 2 times of that money, then you can now purchase whatever you want.
Like, there's literally, a time and place for everything. And I feel like the things that, people are focused on right now, it's not what they should be focused on.
Honestly.
I mean, like, it's honestly insane. And then again, okay, so you do all these things now. Let's say you've done all these things now, you don't patch yourself. You now end up dying. What next?
I mean,
It's all gone. It's literally all gone. So obviously, I mean, like, the most important thing, or the best thing you can honestly do for yourself is focus on yourself and focus on your craft. At some point in your life, I promise you, if you do the things you were meant to do when you went to do them, you will be able to afford all these things easily, without stress, without having to beg people. Because let me tell you something, begging is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It is.
I think it's also a social media thing as well.
You know something that even pisses me off more. You see, not even artists, but like let me use like us as an example.
Yeah.
So you see like artists, like, go buy like big cars or whatever, whether it be not even, or whether it be like a Mercedes or whatever, and then meanwhile whole time they're broke. They're living off their car.
Yeah.
And it's like, you could have used that money to invest in yourself, to grow your craft, to put into your music, to put yourself out there. But now look at you, because you wanted to drive the same cars that you think. Like, stop competing with people. No one is your mate. You're your own mate. So please, steady, take it easy, and do the right things at the right time.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're getting to the end of the show. But before I wrap things off, I just wanted to speak about something very briefly. So, yeah, obviously, we saw how Yhemolee came out to come and say that he got into what's it called, a life-threatening accident. And I think this happened back in 2023, but he's just finally, coming out to speak about it. And what do you... Oh, sorry. He recently just got into a car accident. and it was obviously a life-threatening car accident, and obviously he survived. So I feel like that's amazing, and thank God for his life, because as you can see, that car is fully wrecked, and it looks like
Yeah.
it was probably hit by a trailer. And like I spoke about this whole thing. I don't even know if I told this whole thing last week about how my friend got into a car accident in the trailer
Yeah.
too, and then she ended up dying.
Oh my
So
God.
obviously just want to thank God for his life. Want to thank God that he's okay, because things like this are honestly so traumatizing. They're horrible, and it's the worst type of situations to ever be in.
He's Odumodu Black.
Do you
Big
understand?
color. Nothing
Big
can
machine.
happen to him. Nah, industry machine.
Industry ace.
Industrial machine.
said it there.
Nothing can happen to
You
him.
said it there.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm just grateful that he's alive, and I'm very sure he's grateful as well. I mean, that's the only reason why he's posting this. It's the way he said, the machine must arrive in one piece. It's a
Do you
must.
understand? This being
That's why I
said,
said it's big
this
color.
being said, we know that he's about to drop
A
new one for us.
Another banger. We are not even done with the one he had
Huh.
with Tony. But it's all right.
If you
I
like
mean,
PT, this boy.
Hey, I must say my welcome. Don't worry, we are waiting for him.
But yeah, okay, guys, it was a lovely one with you guys today. I had so much fun
Yeah.
spitting the tea and gossiping God's beauty.
Of course I did. I enjoyed myself in that show.
Would I be seeing you tomorrow?
If I'm not here, where else will I be? Please.
Exactly. I just wanted to confirm. Let's
Ah.
confirm we're on the same page.
But you two, you'll be around now. Tell us you guys. I think it's time for us to get like a later or something. So any day she's not around, she pay fine. You pay fine. Yes. 50 million naira. How are you looking at it? 50 million naira. It's not enough
one
to
is
get my
light
Benz,
now.
but we will manage
50
it.
million naira is too light.
It's too light.
I ever thought you were gonna ask for something like, are you that cheap? Are you cheap like
Oh
that?
wow!
Are you cheap?
Wow!
So you're that cheap?
Oh yeah, what can you afford? Tell me.
Call your price.
I should call my price.
Call your price.
You know, because I really don't like too much money. I'm with Tenny when she says that money is not really bringing happiness, you know.
But she wants all the money in the world still.
Now let she sing Belonia. That's a straight bullet. God my
I'm
heart.
screaming.
Wahala.
But yeah, that being said, obviously, thanks for sticking with us, guys. We're gonna go.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.